Hey guys, this is Shiny Zekrom, excuse me, and welcome back to another video. In this part, we're gonna do another dungeon, right to the right of the crossroads. So yeah, a quick and easy dungeon to get to. Just gotta travel a little bit, and it's right here. Oh, I wonder what this. Oh, Pebble Cave. Let's head on in. Let's not waste any time. Pebble Cave. It's a 5-floor dungeon. It's gonna be really quick, and I should also mention that I did I didn't mention how many floors Tiny Grotto had, but that's mainly the reason is due to the fact. Oh, full inventory. That's right. But the main reason I didn't want to say how many floors Tiny Grotto had because we couldn't technically complete it, and because of that, I don't want to, spoil how many floors there are until we can actually do it. But anyways, Pebble Cave's got Poochie and his sand shrews. I believe there's Pidgey in here as well. And I think it might actually just be those three. Oh, if this is what I think it is a Geopebble. Pick these up, because trust me, you're going to want to. Here's another Poochyena, we'll kill you. But, oh, Rattatas too. That was the other one I'm forgetting. But, yeah, we're going to try and get at least one level per dungeon if possible. Maybe not on Turtwig, but on, like, other members. But I should also mention that none of the Pokemon in this dungeon are recruitable. So if you were looking to recruit something in here, oh my god, stay still. But excuse me, if you were coming to recruit stuff in this dungeon, sadly that is not going to happen. But regardless, we're still going to trek on a 5-floor dungeon. We're almost there, around 4F. Almost there, hoping to get that last 38% as well, so we can get another level. You know, gotta get higher, gotta get stronger. There we go, kill you. Come over, kill the Sandshrew, pick up the Poke and the Geopebbles. And I believe, yeah, the stacks are, I believe, 2 to 5 apiece. And I should show you why, actually. Geopebbles are basically another throwing item, but what's so good is 10 Poke per Geopebble. Keep that in mind because the end of the dungeon is going to have you guys happy, I think. But the reason why I say this is I think this Poochyena will do it. Level 14. Alright. That's good. So we'll take these Geopebble. I doubt there's anything beyond that point. But anyways, we'll come to the end of the dungeon. What do we get? Oh look! One Geopebble. One Geopebble. That's the third Geopebble. Fourth Geopebble. 5, 6, 7, 8 Geopebbles. So think about that. If you sell every Geopebble at 10 Poke apiece, the end of the dungeon already gives you 8. But if you found as many as we had, we found 11 total throughout the dungeon. So 11 times 10 Poke, that's 110 Poke. Plus the 8 more we got, so that's another 80 Poke. And 2 stacks of 50 Poke, which give you another 100. So this place could actually potentially be a very good money-making dungeon. Now, I did also say in the last part we were going to do something else. Oh, well, these are out. Let me go sell these quick. Hurry, 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 hurry. But we're going to sell a few things like orange, apples, some leppas. We're going to sell some apples just because we have a few in storage and we should be okay for now. Just sell all this stuff. And look at that money adding up. We got 388 already. Sell these 19 Geopebble to get 190 Poke, and we are another 500 Poke already. Almost store that one apple. But, yeah. What we're gonna do is store this apple, and we are gonna pick some of the stuff up. The reason being is, if we sell... Oh my god, is somebody really gonna... Sorry, I need to say that. But Skylift drops items on occasion. This person thinks, oh, they're not ours. But the thing is if you drop... I should have mentioned this in time. But if you drop items, like trying to trade with somebody, they will not be gained back if you lose them. If you dropped an item like, say, a beginner's banner, somebody took it, you can't, staff aren't going to do anything about it because you're just dropping it out. But anyways, the reason why I wanted these is, watch this. These are family items. You get, I should mention this now. You can occasionally get boxes from enemies after you kill them. And these boxes can contain family items, 1-star or 2-star. In the PMD games, like the second one, so Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky, it would only be 1-star and you had to trade for those 2-stars. In PMU, you could find 1-star or 2-star items. The only one you can't find is star 3. But see, 125 poke per family item. Look at that money racking up right there. 1,320. And this sword stance, which we can't even get till later on, and we don't really need it. So that's another 250. So we just made 1,578. So if you see items like that in the middle of town, don't be afraid to pick them up, because you don't know how good they could be in the end. Because I mean, look at that. We got quite a bit of money right there. I mean, let's see how much we're up to thanks to that. We're almost up to 2,000 actually. 1.7k. It's not a bad start for only doing 3 dungeons so far and selling basically supplies found in them. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, well, Pebble Cave now being complete, this is a perfect example. Since we have completed Pebble Cave, we can get missions from Pebble Cave now. Pebble Cave missions, I believe, are E rank, so it means 10 points per mission, but that could still be a lot in the end. And I did say in the last video we were also going to go edit our house. So, why don't we take a visit? So here we are in my house. I told you guys how to warp, which is a left shift key and a right click, and you can just go anywhere you really want to. But here's how you can edit your house. If you go to your house in the housing center and type /edit house, all this comes up. You can switch between layers, like, oh, I could put, for example, this water on the ground layer, and bam, there's water all over the ground. Click clear to get rid of it. But there's also mask. So like, say I put, you know, a bit of water like that on the ground. You're not. It's hard to explain layers because you really need the map in order to get. But if I did those in the ground, for example, I could put like a lapis doll, and what mask does is it puts it on top of the object. And whenever you put stuff on top of the object, you are also on top of it yourself. And also, if you don't want to like, oh wait, you have to clear it that way. Never mind. But yeah. So mask is on top of things. Mask 2 is just like if you have, like, say, a ground layer and you have like a mountain, which would be your mask, but you want to put something else on top of that mountain, you can use mask 2, which is a different layer, and you can put like something else on that mountain. It doesn't really matter, whatever you feel. Fringe is so like if I say put some water, oh, not like that, but say I put some water out like this, and I put like a doll or like this on Fringe, it will go on top of the ground layer, but when you walk behind it, you will be behind, or you'll be underneath it or behind it instead. The same thing applies if you have like a fringe layer but you want something else to be in a different fringe layer. Yeah, but I don't think you'll use double fringes more than you would like a mask layer. The only one you would really use for a double fringe is maybe like a flag or something, but otherwise I wouldn't really see that. Now, as you could probably see, you can do a animation thing, or animation right here. If you per se, let me find something that this would work with. I believe this, no, next over. I believe the main tile sets you're probably going to want to use are going to be 1, 4, 7, and 8. So remember those for later. So if I can find what I'm exactly thinking of, actually right here is exactly what I was thinking of. So for example, if we put this on mask, and then we click animation and click this one here and put that on the same tile, now you can see the fire is animated. So if we do the same for, and if you do regular animation like that, it'll be that. Sorry about that. I guess I can't do longer videos than I thought, so after 10 minutes I have to cut it. But regardless, we'll keep continuing up. So if we do the same with this top one, where we just put that on mask, and we go and click animation, now that top layer fire is animated, and the torch looks like it's actually animated now. So with all that, it really takes a lot of practice and knowing how things should be. Like, a big tip that I got from a friend of mine is if you have like a torch per se, you're gonna, and it's like the bottom like this, you always want to put it on the mask layer. But if it's like fire like this, you want to put it on the fringe layer. So if anything, put the base of any object as a mask, and then fringe for the others if it looks well. Like trees are another perfect example. Trees, you want to put the base of the tree on the fringe, or not the fringe, but on the mask, and then you want to go from there and put the rest of it on fringe so people could walk behind the leaves and whatnot. Now, what I'll do, well, first I'll explain. So I can just click exit, and if you click exit, nothing will show up. And if you click save map, you can save map. While you're also in this, what you can do is edit your music. If you go over to mapping and click music, that lagged a little bit, sorry, but you can change the music from a bunch of different selections. However, these selections, I believe, are what you have heard before on any character at all. So you could do this on like an alt character and have music you've heard on your main character. Like a perfect example is, say you're on an alt character and you just want to use it for mapping. If your main character has been to a dungeon like Pebble Cave and your alt hasn't, you would still have that music from Pebble Cave. Now, what was I gonna say? You can also take screenshots if you want. You can load a map, which I never done that before, but anyways, you can also go over to settings over here, and trust me, when I say you want to do this, make sure whenever you do this, make sure your attributes is checkmarked, because what this does is it shows you what attributes you have on the map. So if you have like block tiles like these, which you just hit the attributes and left click, you can do that. And you can also right click to get rid of them. However, there are other commands that this can affect. Other commands you can use are like house weather, which, and it looks like with ranks, it depends on the command on whether you can use it or not. For example, house weather, I can't expand my house until my explorer rank is silver or higher. So, I'll tell you the first 3 ranks, which is bronze to gold. Bronze rank is going to be 100 points. Silver is 300 points. And gold, it's a huge jump at 1,600 points. So that grind from silver to gold is really going to be long. But in the end, it's going to be worth it, because not only do you have the ability to like access more commands for your house, which I'll show you in a second, but you get to expand it. You can add like weather. You can also do another command, which is /house sign, and you could have like a house sign here. But we can't use that until we're bronze rank. So that's not bad. There's also house notice, where you can put like a noise or something, and people have like a message pop up in their chat box. That one's another bronze one. There is, I'm trying to remember all of them. Oh, /house entrance, which this you can do at any rank at all. It does not need to be a certain rank, just 500 poke, and you can set the entrance to your house anywhere. So like, for example, the default is going to be all the way over here. But if you do /house entrance and say yes and pay 500 poke, you could put the house entrance right here if you wanted to. It's like a really nice way where you can add a bunch of different things to your houses to make it a lot more unique. Now, I believe it's /shop tile or something. I can't remember what it is, but /house shop, I think it is. Yeah, if you do /house shop, what happens is if you drop an item on, or if you do /house shop an item and pick out an item from your inventory and set the price for it, what people can do is they can go up to that item, and they press enter. And if they press enter, they will see a message pop up saying, would you like to buy whatever item this is for whatever price it is. However, you can't use that until your bronze rank. So really, you want to try and hit that bronze and silver rank as soon as you can. So complete more dungeons as fast as you can so you can get those missions and whatnot. Because it's going to be very valuable to you in order to um, get those house commands so you can add more to your house and make it look a lot better. Because trust me, adding house noises and whatnot can be really fun too. Now, this is the part where I'm going to be gone for, like, I'm going to cut to it at least, where I'm going to have my house fully mapped. Yes, I'm going to take the time and map the salt house just so you can see what it's like to really create a house. I think it'd be really boring if I just like recorded it and just sped it up, because I don't think you guys would want to watch that. So I'll be back when I have this house fully mapped. Hey guys, I'm finally back. Yeah, it took me a little bit to map this out, but I have everything done. I mapped out and this is what it looks like, everything blocked and all of the decor I used and whatnot. So yeah, this is pretty much what an end result of a house could look like. Like, this is just an idea I created, which thanks to my friend Ren, aka Phantom Thief Dark MPMU, aka Guanamon, because she gave me the idea, oh, do like a snowy map. And I was like, yes, that actually sounds like a good idea since it's like wintertime and whatnot. What wouldn't be a perfect house but a snowy one? So this is just a little bit of what you could really do in your map. But if you put your mind to it, you can do things just as great as this. Now, I'll show you the music I changed to PMD 2 Vast Ice Mountain. What you do is you hit play to make sure it plays and then hit OK. Because if you do not hit play, I think it's, if you hit cancel, it will go back to the old music I had before. So make sure you click OK and make sure you hit play. But other than that, that's just about the finished house I wanted. You can see all the stuff here. I also did set a new housing, and so make sure you, when you are done, save your map like that. But make sure when you are editing your house, you have no items on the floor, because even if you don't make any changes, like you hit cancel and whatnot, you will lose your items if you save your map or if you cancel out, because the map refreshes, because it needs to show off the changes you made to it and whatnot. So I'll quick show you that I did make a new house entrance. Instead of this tile up here in the top left corner, I made it this tile right above this. So yeah, as you can see, you can go behind trees, you can go behind these crystals, you can come up here and rest all you want. And this, I decided to make this because this is where, in case I ever hold a house shop, you guys might be able to see what it looks like if people just lay their items out, or versus if they actually use shop tile. So I got like snowballs, some little crystal rocks. These guys you can go behind on, like a little chunk of ice right there. More crystals, rock. You can come up the mountain right over here, and you could sit down with other people, chill. You could rest on this little mat. Which, one last thing I'll quick do is we're gonna actually unblock this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to mask 2. Alright, because I'm in attributes. Make sure you'll see like little 4 white dots in the corner. Make sure they're surrounding that so you can actually see it. But one last change I was gonna make, because I didn't realize it, is I also forgot to mention that map 9, or I should say tile set 9, excuse me, will also be another great thing you want to use, because I'll show you right now. Here's where I have my snow stuff. So what I did was I took, if I can stop that, I took these right here and I used these, the little stairs, whatnot. You can see now that I expanded the thing a little bit, I want to make sure people got more room that they can walk up this mountain from, and you know, enjoy a little bit of fun, have friends. See, you got a little bit more snow. and whatnot. So save our changes, and that's what we're gonna leave our house at. So overall, we went through Pebble Cave. Oh, I don't mean that. I hit a chip bag by accident, but so we went through Pebble Cave today. Found out it can actually be a great money bag place if you can make sure you pick up any Geo Pebbles you see, pick up the 100 Poke at the end, and pick up the 8 Geo Pebble that are given around. And we edited our house, and it's a little bit of a snowy theme now. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and in the next part, we are probably gonna go through 2 dungeons actually, because I'd like to get a little bit more progress done in terms of dungeons, because the last couple videos it's kind of been like, oh, I showed around town and then I went to a dungeon, versus this one I went to one dungeon and I've been mapping this whole time. But it's nice to get things out of this way just so you guys can see what it's like. But anyways, on the next video we will cover a dungeon called Seaside Cavern. Alright, see you guys then.